Most people skip travel insurance because they think nothing will go wrong, or they consider it an unnecessary expense. Well, that's the mistake. Travel insurance isn't about expecting disaster. It's about protecting yourself from expensive problems you can't control. Let's break down what it does, what it doesn't, and why it matters before you book your next trip. You think travel insurance is just an extra cost? Until a 72-hour stay in a foreign country costs more than your whole vacation. Basic policy coverage can stop a disaster from putting you on the brink of bankruptcy. Here, I'll show you exactly how, with some real examples and what to look for so you don't buy a useless policy. How can we describe what travel insurance is? Travel insurance is not just one product. It's a bundle of protections designed to cover financial risk tied to your trip. When is it a good idea to consider travel insurance? The moment you leave the country, your normal safety nets change. Travel insurance matters most on international trips because your health coverage, consumer protections, and refund rights don't travel with you. Believe me or not, traveling, specifically internationally, is considered a high-risk activity. Why? International trips involve long flights, unfamiliar systems, and prepaid costs. If something disrupts the trip, you're dealing with foreign hospitals, foreign laws, and companies that don't answer to your home country. You know, one of the riskiest modes of travel is going on a cruise. Cruises combine flights, strict cancellation rules, and medical care at sea. That's exactly where insurance matters most. Cruises aren't flexible. If you miss the ship, get sick before departure, or need medical care on board, the costs stack up fast. Cruise lines refund only on rare occasions. Airlines don't coordinate with ships. Insurance is what connects those gaps. If your cruise is international, non-refundable, involves flights, or visits remote ports, insurance isn't optional. It's part of responsible trip planning. Let's assume you have a medical emergency abroad. Let's say you sprain your ankle hiking a trail in Costa Rica and develop a deep infection. Local clinic treats you, but the hospital says you need a medical flight home for specialized care. Without evacuation coverage, that flight could cost tens of thousands of dollars. With the right policy, the insurer coordinates and pays for the medevac and admission. You keep your savings and your treatment plan stays intact. Another example. A week before departure, a relative in your household goes into the hospital. That's typically a covered reason to cancel and get your non-refundable trip balance back. Without insurance, you lose those prepaid flights and hotels. So, how do we pick the right policy? When checking for the right policy, ensure to focus on protection, not price. Items to look for are strong medical coverage limits, very high evacuation coverage, pre-existing condition waiver timing, coverage for your planned activities, a provider with global assistance and clear claims support. Medical evacuation is often the most expensive risk. Look for the dollar maximums for medical, evacuation, and baggage. A low cap on evacuation makes medical coverage pointless. An important point is to think of emergency assistance. 24/7 global assistance is essential. Check whether the coverage includes arrangement and payment for an evacuation, or if they have a phone number to call for assistance. What is the claims process? Look for an online portal, required documents, time to claim, and check for reviews. Read the fine print on cancel for any reason. It's often a strict add-on with time and refund percentage limits. Things to consider when looking for a policy. Number 1, assuming your homeowner or credit card insurance covers everything. Many credit cards only cover delays or lost luggage, not medical expenses or evacuation. Waiting too long. Certain waivers require purchase soon after the first trip deposit to qualify. 3. Buying only at the airport kiosk or from a poorly rated company. All right, you have decided to get the travel insurance. So what do you need to do to ensure you are getting all the payments from the claim? Document everything: receipts, official loss reports, and medical records. Keep a digital copy of your policy and emergency phone numbers in your phone. I'm not saying every trip needs the top-tier policy, but here's what this really means. For a fraction of the trip cost, you're buying peace of mind. One claim can pay for itself and save you a world of headaches. If you've got a wild travel insurance story, good or bad, drop it in the comments. If you want, check with us for more travel advice. International travel is worth it, but it's not the place to gamble on what might go wrong. Subscribe for clear, honest travel planning that protects your time and your money.